If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture in GATE Power System series. So today again we will be solving 5 questions starting from question number 41, 42, 43, 44 and then up to 45. Okay, then let's try to solve these questions. In question number 41, in a 400 kV network, 360 kV is recorded at a 400 kV bus. The reactive power absorbed by a shunt reactors rated for 50 MVAR 400 kV connected at the bus is okay. So reactive power absorbed by this type of reactor, this is the reactor, this is the specification of the reactor. If the voltage is 400 kV, then the reactive power absorbed will be 500 MVAR. But here it is not a 400 kV actual, it was rated for 400, but actual voltage is 360 kV. So you know what is MVAR for in case of this is shunt reactors, that is capacitors. So it will be V square omega C. That is the power that is absorbed. That is reactive power that is absorbed by the shunt reactor, which is directly proportional to V square, you can see. So your Q1 by Q2 will be equal to V1 square by V2 square. So initially Q1 was supposed to have 50 MVAR. You don't know how it is, how much it is now. And V1 for 50 MVAR it was supposed to have 400 kV. So 400 square divided by, but actual now it is 360 kV. So in case of 400 it was 50, in case of 360 it will be how much? Because it is directly proportional, so it is 1 to 1 to. Now if you see this one, I have not written units because it will get cancelled, so the answer will be in mega because this is mega. So if you solve it, you will get it is 40.5 MVAR. So this comes from the theory of the variations that you will find in maths. Next, in 42, a load draws 100 kilowatt at 0.7 power factor lagging from a 3-phase 11 kV supply. It is desired to raise the power factor to 0.95 lagging using series capacitors. Calculate the rating of the capacitor required. So you will be that is very necessary to understand how the capacitors are connected, because it is 3-phase line. So what you are doing, you are using series capacitor. That means you are connecting capacitors in each phase. That means you will be connecting 3 capacitors. Okay, so you have to ask the rating of the capacitor. So if you calculate the total capacitance, that is not required, because what is the rating of each capacitor? You will buy 3 capacitors from the market and you will place it in series in each phase. So what should be the rating of the capacitor that you are buying from the market? That means you will be needing capacitor per phase that you are connecting. So that is very important, because if you calculate total capacitance, suppose you will get something, but that is with the summation of the 3, and how these 3 are connected on that will depend on that. But what you are doing, you are connecting each capacitor in each phase. In series means one capacitor in one phase. So you are asked to find per phase capacitor. That is very important to understand. So now you can draw it by drawing that power triangle. So this was your 100 kilowatt active power drawn, and the power factor was 0.7. So it is cos inverse 0.7. This angle, whatever the angle is, cos inverse of 0.7. Okay, suppose this was the reactive power it was drawing. Now you want to improve it to, because you are adding series capacitors, only reactive power will come, no active power will come. So active power will remain same. If you connect other methods like synchronous condenser, then that also gives some reactive power. So in that case active power will also increase, but here only reactive power will reduce and your power factor will land somewhere here. So this angle is cos inverse 0.95, because we want to reduce this angle. That is the idea. So this is the new reactive power. This much reactive power will be supported, given this support will be given by the capacitors. This is the support capacitor Q that will provide, so which will improve its reactive power requirement from this position to this position, due to which your power factor will improve. Had it been a synchronous generator, then it would have been a something. Suppose this is your old case, so in synchronous generator it will go to new case of this fashion. Why? Power factor will also improve, because it will take this much reactive power, it will also take this much active power also. Suppose synchronous condenser. So synchronous condenser, this much active power, this much reactive power. So that will be added here, because it will increase active power load also in case of synchronous condenser. But it is capacitor only, so only reactive power. So from normal trigonometry you can find this one is equal to, if suppose you know these angles, what are these angles? If you calculate, this angle is 45.57 and this angle is 18.19. So if we apply normal tan theta, this by this equal to 10. So what will be this total? So the Q that is supported by the capacitor or capacitor. Mind it, we have to be calculating per phase. So you need to calculate it per phase. So 100 by divided by 3. That is very important. So it will be 100 by 3, 10, 45.457. That is the total one. This tan theta will give you this, because this by this is 10 minus this portion will give you the capacitor equivalent. That is again 100 by 3, 10, 18.19. So if you do this one, it will be 23.05 K. You can find some formula based on this also, but I always recommend don't remember formula. Remember the drawing, use the concept, then you will easily find it. So that will be K var. So now this is per phase, because you are calculating per phase. So what is capacitor? Q of the capacitor is V square omega C. What will be this V? Because it is per phase, so it will be phase voltage. That is equal to 23.05 into 10 to the power 3. Because it is kilo, so it is kilo. It was kilo. So it is kilowatt. So your V will be, that means your C will be equal to, you put all this value, you will get the answer. 10 to the power 3 divided by V will be equal to 11 by root 3 into 10 to the power 3 whole square into omega 2 pi into 50. If you put all this stuff, then you will get the answer is equal to 1.82 microfarad. Series capacitive compensation in extra high voltage transmission line is used. So in extra high voltage line, you will see there are two types of compensation. One is series capacitance, series compensation, one is shunt compensation. So series compensation is mainly done to nullify the effect of that XL directly, because if you are adding capacitance in series, so it will directly reduce your XL. XL will get reduced by X, that series X. There are series inductors. So if you add capacitance, then that gets reduced, net XL dash. So due to which actually there is reduction in voltage, or you can say voltage drops along this. So your voltage profile improves, but your losses doesn't get affected, because loss mainly depends on resistance. So resistance is not being affected here. So what is mainly done here is your voltage profile mainly improves, because your drops in XL get reduced. So your voltage profile mainly improves, main purpose of series compensation. But there will be a little reduction in loss also, side effects, and you will get in reduction in loss also. That is okay. And one more thing, you will get power transfer capability will also increase, because what is the power transfer capability? P12 is V1 V2 by X. Once this X gets reduced, then your power transfer capability will also increase. So that is the purpose of series capacitive compensation. Though not much, but a little bit it will do loss reductions also, because ultimately if Z reduces, that means your current will increase, current will decrease, power factor will increase. So that will do some purpose. But in case of shunt, you know what is the shunt purpose of shunt connection? In shunt capacitors, all this in power factor improvement, that directly improves the Q requirement, reactive power requirement, which directly improves your power factor, or you can say which reduces your I. So once I get reduced, so your losses get improved very much. So losses improve. So main purpose is to reduce the loss reduction, or you can say improving efficiency, both. Though not, but it will also little bit improves voltage profile. It will also improve voltage profile, but the main job is to reduce the loss, and it is side effect. Very little, but it will improve power voltage profile also. So, but the main purpose is to reduce loss. Here, main purpose is to improve voltage profile, but you will also get loss reduction also. Also, power transfer capability is also increased in series. So you can see in your options, there is no option to increase the voltage profile, but here you can see this power transfer capability, once it get reduced, once it increased, so your stability, improve the power stability, because your power transfer capability is increased now. So if you see that stability curve, you can now throw more power. So that gives you more added advantage, because you can now throw more power. So its stability margin get improves. So it is something sort of that is improving the stability. So the option for here will be option B. Voltage profile will be the direct one if it had been there. but it is not there. So you can see that power transfer capability is also increased, which will also increase your stability margin. Now if you come to 44, the shunt reactor of this much is operated 98% of its rated voltage and 96% of its rated frequency, the reactive power observed by the reactor. Now it is shunt reactor. Reactor means it is inductor. Okay, so what is the Q requirement in shunt inductors? So here it was a shunt reactor, that is inductor. So it is QL is V square by omega L, V square by XL, so which is omega L. So you can see it is directly proportional to 1 2, but it is inversely proportional to your frequency. So it will be 2 1. So I will give a link where I have discussed this theory. 1 2 1 2. Direct relation 1 2 1 2. Inverse relation 1 2 2 1. So now this is given to you. What is Q1? It was 100 MVAr. Q2 is asked to find. What is V1? V1 was operated 98% of the rated voltage. So rated voltage was, if I consider 100, so V1 was 100. For rated capacity, this was the rated. If you give rated voltage, rated frequency, then these thing will come. So suppose if my rated voltage is 100, then I will get 100 MVAr. Now what I am giving? I am giving 98% of that one. Suppose it was 100x, so I am giving 98x. You can put x's, you will get cancelled. Similarly, in case of frequency also, if you give the full frequency 100, suppose if I consider it is frequency also 100, then I will get this one. But I am giving 96% of that one. You can consider I am initially you can consider it 100V or 100x, the rated voltage. So I am giving 98V. And rated frequency was 100F, but I am giving 96F because I am giving 96%. So this already get cancelled. So from here, if you calculate, you will get your answer is 100.04. That is your MVAR. That is your option D. Now if you come to 45, a 3-phase this load has a power factor of 0.8, a delta connected 3-phase capacitor. Again, you have to be very careful. Now it is a delta connected 3-phase capacitor. It is used to improve the power factor to unity. The capacitance per phase of the capacitor required. So let us now again calculate it per phase basis. So it was initially it was 200 kilowatts, so 200 by root 3. Power factor was cos inverse 0.8, that is 36.86. Now you want to improve it to unity. Unity means direct you want to come here. So this is your, so you need to compensate the whole Q. So this much should be the capacitor Q per phase. So if you calculate it per phase, this is nothing but 200 by 3, 10, 36.86. Direct exactly whole thing you want to compensate. Earlier questions we have compensated up to this much, so power factor here, but you need power factor here only, because 1 means angle should be 0 here only. So entire thing should be compensated. This much should come from the capacitor. So this, if you calculate, it will be around 50 MVAr. Okay. Now this is per phase capacitance. Now you see the capacitors. How you are connecting the capacitor? You will be connecting this capacitor in delta. So this is the per phase Q. So in each phase, this much Q it is absorbed. How much voltage it is getting? It is getting the same line voltage here, not 11 by root 3 here. You can see it is because in earlier case, in the first case, it was per phase we connected one capacitor, so which was different to this. Here in that one you connected one capacitor like this, one capacitor like this. So the capacitor was getting only this much phase voltage here also, because whatever it is connected, so it is getting this much voltage between this to this point, between this to this point. But this capacitor is connected now between line to line. So one phase capacitor, this particular capacitor will get this much voltage now, which is equal to V square omega C, but this voltage will not be 11 by root 3. You have to be careful. You have to see how this capacitor is connected. In that question, I think this was the question. Here it was connected in series with each phase, so which was each phase was getting only phase voltage. But here it is connected in delta, the capacitor bank. So each capacitor, the voltage that you will get is 11 only, not 11 by root 3. So from here, if you calculate, your C will be equal to 1.315 microfarad. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.